What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Other Side of the Firewall podcast, where we talk about the latest and greatest in cybersecurity news, as well as we highlight those movers and shakers and glass ceiling breakers, those people of color who've made it to the other side of the proverbial firewall. My name is Ryan Williams. As always, I'm joined by LeVon Maynard.
What up? What up?
What's going on? And Shannon's unable to make it this week, but he'll be back next week. So in this episode, we talk about everything else other than cyber. So if you came here for cyber, you might get a little bit, but you mostly get everything else. I'm just letting you know that now. Put it up front. So
that's right.
But thank you for continuously tuning into our podcast. So we release episodes Monday through Friday. Monday and Tuesday are our topics. So this week we talked about DHS and how they're trying to do more talent management and pull in some really talented, diverse individuals for really good money. So definitely tune in that one. Tuesday, we talk about banking regulation changes where they have to report within 36 hours if they've received a breach. They need to report to the federal government. I think that's also very interesting and a change from the norm. Then Wednesday, we talk about Apple and how they are rescinding some of their security, where they're trying to launch a new security program where they basically scan your photos looking for sexually explicit or naked photos of children and things of that nature, because those shouldn't be out there, right? But we discuss how we feel about it and how other child's rights advocates, as well as other groups are kind of like, hey, you need to either change this or stop this or et cetera, right? And just how we feel about that breach in security, so to speak. So definitely tune into Wednesday's episode. Thursday, I talked to Jarvis Bryant on the Ask Us SP episode we do every Thursday. He is active duty Army, and he's breaking into cyber. Really good Q&A with him. Very intelligent individual. So I think you guys really enjoy that one. Look for that on Thursday. And then Friday is today. So how's your week been?
Yeah, my week's been pretty good. I've been pretty busy with with the work and stuff, and I did a little bit of traveling, but I did get a chance to enjoy some content that's out there. I got some gaming action in. Let me think of the first thing I want to mention. I mean, I don't know if I said this last week, but I completed the first Yakuza game.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. You said you're make your way through the second one. Yep.
Yep. Making my way through the second one. So that's been on the plate. And then had a chance to play. Well, I think I mentioned that too. So I played some of the Forza Horizon 5, which has been pretty awesome. That's a great new racing game that came out for the Xbox PC. Mm-hmm. Then there's what else? I was playing some of the new Halo Infinite multiplayer beta that came out. That's pretty dope. I've been enjoying some of that. I've been watching I feel like I'm decently good at it, but I've noticed that people that maybe don't play like multiplayer games much have been kind of like saying how, man, I'm just getting demolished. They're like trying to dust off the controller that, the PvP.
Yeah, so it's almost 20 years of people have muscle memory for almost 20 years of Halo. Like you can't just be like, I'm deciding to play Halo today. Right. Like, now you should probably practice a little bit.
Right. They put some training modes up in there so people can play around with some bots and test out some of the weapons. But that's a pretty sick game, and they have the campaign coming out in December, so that's gonna be pretty good.
Yep.
And then what else? So I watched some movies, some shows. One that I'll say right at the top, I did watch Red Notice. I watched that just before hopping on the podcast today, as well as saw some of the Cowboy Bebop series that just came out on Netflix, which is it's pretty good. And then when I was on an airplane, I watched a movie called The Guilty, which was pretty interesting. It's a pretty good one. Basically, this guy is like I guess he's a police officer / like he's like what do you call it? Like when you call 911 and they answer the phone. He's one of those guys.
Okay, I know the movie you're talking about. Yeah, like a operator. Yeah, 911 dispatcher or something like that.
Right, there you go. So he's one of those like dispatchers, but he gets into like this. It's kind of interesting because it makes you. It's like mostly all set like in the dispatch office, him on the telephone, and people kind of around him, like interacting with him here and there. But It's all like like auditorial, and he's dealing with this like kind of crazy situation. Somebody's getting killed, and like he's on the phone with them, and people are trying to escape and all this kind of stuff. So it's like very like it's almost kind of like you're reading a book almost, or like listening to a book, I suppose. But you're trying to
Right.
you kind of put in your mind and trying to create the world that's happening through this phone call or phone calls, series of calls. But it's actually pretty interesting. It's kind of like a new take or something that I haven't really seen before in other movies. I thought it's a pretty good flick, so I definitely recommend that one. But I guess I'll circle back though. I watched the Red Notice, which was it's a kind of fun movie. It kind of reminds me of just like a typical like treasure hunter slash like
Right.
thief type movie. And it had an all-star cast with the Rock and Gal Gadot and Ryan Reynolds. So they're pretty entertaining, pretty fun. And they had a couple twists in there, which was pretty cool to see. But did you get a chance to watch that one? What you think about
I did.
Red Notice?
Yeah. I thought it was good. I definitely know it's definitely gonna be a Shannon flick. So when he's on, I'm sure he'll rave about it. I thought it was really good though. Like I think he said it had the highest Netflix budget to date, and you could tell they're just blowing everything up.
Yeah, that's true.
If it could be blown up, they blown it up. Like, but that's real. Like that's a national treasure. Like now we're blowing it up.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
Yeah, it's fun. It was fun. Like I think they cast the right people in it. Like Ryan Reynolds is always funny. The Rock's always funny. Gal Gadot shows comedic side, which she does in like Wonder Woman and a few other movies as well. But the fights were good. Like she was getting it in.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she was whooping butt for sure.
Yeah.
But that's
I enjoyed it. Yeah, I definitely enjoyed it. I think it's worth my Netflix investment. Like, I'm never getting rid of Netflix. I love Netflix too much to get rid of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoyed that one. Anything else? Did you do anything else?
I'm just trying to think. Not much more than that. I was going to say real quick that my I did see the harder they fall. Oh, I think we talked about that last week. All these weeks kind of.
I think we did.
Yeah, they all. Yeah, that's right. We did. We talked about some of the actors and actresses that were in it. But yeah, so besides that, I have some things queued up. I'm just going to throw out that they have a new season of Tiger King out there.
I heard. I'm like, but how?
Yeah, I know. I don't know what the content's really going to be about. I saw the preview, the trailer, or whatever. They look kind of interesting.
Yeah, like Carol Baskins.
Yeah,
Carol Baskins.
He's sitting in jail, like calling people, like, "Let me out of here," asking Trump for a pardon and like all this kind of stuff. And then what else? One thing I did watch that I'm not sure if you ever watched the series, but the series is called You, YOU.
No, so I heard good things about it though.
It's pretty good. I enjoy it. It's kind of reminds me of a little bit of a Dexter. Have you seen that before?
Okay.
Kind of like a Dexter thing. He's kind of talking to himself and trying to like, and he's doing he's doing these murders and stuff. And but he's not not as righteous as Dexter, I think, or not righteous at all. I think he's more of like he's not really a good person at all. Like generally speaking, I think what he's doing.
They're on the third or fourth season.
I think this was the third season.
I might try to catch up. There's too many shows now. It's crazy to me. Like I'm usually the show guy. Well, I got like 4 in the queue. I'm just like, yo, I can't keep up.
Yeah, right. I know the pain because there's a lot of stuff I'm trying to catch up with, but don't have enough time in the day. Got too much stuff and trying to keep up with the IT world and cybersecurity and all this kind of stuff. So, but yeah, I think that's like the main gist of my my week. How about yourself? What you been getting into?
So what was this week? So this week was supposed to be Ghostbusters, but it's King Richard instead being shown here, which I'm all for anyway. Like I definitely want to see that as well. So I probably will catch that this weekend, either
that's
through
on HBO
Max or they play at the theater as well. So Ghostbusters got pushed till next week. So no Ghostbusting this week for us. But I think it's for a good reason though. Like this movie's ratings are through the roof. Like people are like, this is a must see, might be the movie of the year. So I'm like, oh, okay. Wasn't expecting that. Yeah, wasn't expecting that. So I definitely want to check it out. So good on them for rearranging our schedule for something that could be, breakout. What did I see though? So I watched Cowboy Bebop. I watched the first 2 episodes. I also been watching the anime again. Jet's voice in the live action It keeps tripping me out because I'm like, is this dude actually play
Right.
Jet in the
Is it the same
anime
guy,
from like
right?
20 years ago? It's not possible.
Right.
Um, I really like it. I'm a huge Cowboy Bebop fan. It's one of the first animes I ever saw. So like I watched Ghost in the Shell, um, Armitage, Outlaw Star, which takes after Cowboy Bebop a lot. There's
So
one
that
more. I can't remember the name of it. Ninja Scroll. Those are my first animes
Mhm.
of all time. That's what got me. That's when I was going to the Blockbuster getting a VHS. Blockbuster had the
Mhm.
one corner of anime
Yep.
because
Yep. The
anime
little
wasn't
section.
prevalent in the States.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had like a little bookshelf of different animes. And those were my first taste of it. I want to say I watched Cowboy Bebop on uh, Toonami.
Mm.
I think that's what it was called back in the day because it wasn't Adult Swim yet. They had the robot. They used to introduce new anime.
I think they
Was
still
it
have that
Toonami?
though. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I
like
think it was
that's still
Toonami
current.
though.
Yeah. Hmm. They still have
So
that.
that's
I think
right.
it's actually. Oh,
No,
I'm
go
sorry.
ahead.
I didn't mean to cut you off. I was gonna say I think they actually. Uh, I think that's actually a part of Adult Swim slash Toonami. Like there's like a Adult Swim like time frame, and I think Toonami
Okay,
is like a
that's
show
that's
within that.
Toonami. Got you.
Yeah, like a Toonami is like I think that's how
Okay,
it works. But I know Toonami is at the very least still a thing.
yeah.
Um,
So I'd stay up till midnight so I could watch
right.
Cowboy Bebop. Right.
Mhm.
I'm a huge fan of it. I'm watching it again. But it just so happens I watched the first episode to jog my memory of the anime, and then I watched the first episode of the live action. I'm like, oh, they got it. They nailed it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, there's some differences obviously because live action has to be adapted. Certain things human beings just cannot do.
Mhm.
Um, but I think it's great. The reviews say it sucks. I'm just like, but how do y'all not like this? But it is real corny. It is real hyper violent.
Mhm.
Um, and it has a cool characters and cool soundtracks. So I'm just like I think they nailed it personally. But we'll see. It's 10 episodes. I've only watched two of them, but the first two episodes, I'm like, yeah, you nailed it. Um, what else
Yeah.
did I watch? I've been watching Foundation and Invasion on Apple TV. Both
Mhm.
of those shows are pretty good. I would definitely tell people to watch Foundation if they're big into sci-fi, Asimov type sci-fi. Invasion is a slow burn. Like there's points, like it's now getting to a point where like everybody understands what's happening, but it took like 5, 6 episodes. I'm like, episode 2, I'm like, this is alien invasion.
Right.
like, like I know what's happening.
Right. No question about it.
um, but I think both of those are great. So I need to catch up. I'm actually behind on those. What else am I watching? Something else pop back up. Lock and Key, but I haven't started it yet. So Lock and
Mm.
Key is based
Is it on
upon
Netflix? Yeah.
comic. Yeah, it's on Netflix. I thought the first episode was first season was pretty good, so I'm interested in the second season. But
Mm.
I'm backlogged, so I
Yeah.
might wait until I knock some other stuff out, like finish Cowboy Bebop and then jump into that one.
Yeah.
Um, I feel like I watched something else. Watched a documentary about ransomware, like some WannaCry. It's
Oh.
on a YouTube documentary by.
Hmm.
So I don't like. It's always weird watching someone's documentary who's not like sanctioned because
Yeah.
there's a bias in it. So they're talking about basically what happened, where it came from, the guy who became the accidental hero and what happened to him because
Hmm.
he went to jail for a little bit. Um, which is ironic. Like he stopped one of the biggest ransomware and uh, crimes of all time, right? It was global ransomware attack, but he had some dirt in his past that they discovered through his accidentally figuring out, you know what I mean? Like he's a good
Yeah.
guy, but
Right.
he was doing some bad guy stuff for something else. Like he wasn't his bad guy stuff had nothing to do with WannaCry, is what the
Right.
documentary is
Right.
talking about. But he was still not clean, so that's why he got what he got. But they truncated his sentence by a ton because he saved countless computers from being hit with WannaCry. So
Mm. Right. Huh.
yeah, he'll
Interesting.
probably resurface. He'll probably have one of them DHS jobs we talked about, getting
Right.
paid quarter
Right.
million dollars.
Yeah. 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 They give him a
But
raise because of his experience.
right. Yeah, I mean, hey, he figured it out. So good for
Yeah,
him.
that's true.
But so I watched that. That was the other thing I watched. I cannot remember the channel. It's like TWC, and I don't know if it's 100% factual. Like from what I remember of the time frame and what I read about it, it seems like they got it pretty close. but
Right.
obviously he could have came up with the documentary for all I know. You know what I
Right.
mean? To
Right.
clear his name, I don't know.
That's
Um,
right.
so take it with a grain of salt. I played the Halo multiplayer beta, loving
Mhm.
it. I'm one of those people, man. Either I'm 13 and 5, I'm like murdering people, or I'm
Yeah.
like 1 and 18 getting demolished.
Right.
Um, for
Right.
me, I believe, like, obviously I've been playing Halo for since Halo came out. Um, I think I'm aging, so my reflexes are not as quick. But B, I can tell people are using the Elite controllers. I can see it while I'm getting my
Mm.
butt stomped.
Right.
So, like, there's like on a normal controller, when you release the aim stick to hit reload or melee or whatever button you're pushing, jump,
Mhm.
there's a dead zone right there where you're basically unable to track them. I'm seeing dudes like do
Mm.
180s around me and still hitting, reloading, and whatnot because they have the paddles underneath.
Right.
And I kind of want to make the investment. It's $140 to $180 investment though, for me
Mm.
to get a couple more kills. So,
Right.
like, it's
Right.
not going to make me a professional by any means because I'm still almost 40. Uh, but I'm like, I would enjoy it much more
Yeah.
if I wasn't getting, if I, I'm because I'm aware of what's happening. So like sometimes you just get beat. They're just like, this dude's just much, this lady or guy is just way better than me.
Right.
However, when I can see you still moving and doing things at a very competent speed and pace, I'm just like, you
Yeah.
have a better controller than me, and I kind of want to even the playing field a little bit.
Right.
So
Right.
maybe for Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Justify it to myself. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I love it. It feels like uh, uh, great Halo. It's very balanced. Um,
Mhm.
I'm looking forward to the campaign. So December 8th is when the campaign drops. I'm definitely
Yep.
looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Um, I didn't play anything else though. I only been playing Halo. I played a little bit of Forza. Um, I think I might actually start a new Game Pass subscription for myself because I'm sharing it with my
Mm.
son. He's like, he's on a lot, which I appreciate. That means he's using the Xbox Series S I got him, but now we're competing for time
Yeah.
because I have a smaller window, right? Because I have to go to work, I
Mhm.
have to sleep.
Right.
Uh, on the weekend, he doesn't have that, so to speak. Like he can sleep in, so that means now we're
Yeah.
starting to overlap in time, and I don't
Right.
like it. So, but I want to kick him off. You know what I mean? Like enjoy your
Yeah.
time, have fun, because you're getting a lot more use out of it than me. But I might have to start my own Game Pass. So it means I have to give up 13 years, is what my
Mm.
dad says. I've had Xbox Live for 13 years. I'm about
Oh,
to give it
damn.
all away
What? Why don't you make him a new one? Oh, I guess you might have
because
to
he
save
has
stuff.
money tied to Fortnite and stuff like that.
Mm. Okay.
So
Get that.
it would be a waste of my money basically for him to start a new account because we've invested in Robux and
Right.
Roblox and Fortnite and Apex and all that other nonsense. I should have.
Mhm.
I don't know why I didn't create him his own account back in the day. I was just like, man, we can share.
Right. How dare you? That
Big
was a bad
mistake.
move. No.
Big mistake. I might be out
uh,
here looking like a newbie, but
yeah.
it's all
Right.
good. But that's pretty much it. I definitely want to jump into some Yakuza, but I gotta
Mm-hmm.
I got enough time. So I said I wouldn't talk about cyber, but I've been studying Azure. So I've been
Oh,
trying to
okay.
get that in. I've
Yeah.
been I knocked out my CISP CPEs. I think is what they call them. You
Oh,
continue
okay.
continuing
Right.
education. So I knocked those out. Uh,
Nice.
the my employer blessed me with another AMF payment, so annual maintenance fee of
Ooh,
125 every year for the rest of my life.
damn.
I'm
Damn.
not looking forward to paying that myself, but
Yeah.
they paid for that. But now I'm knocking on my PMP PDUs are what they call them, and it is
Mm,
a long process.
damn.
Um, when then I'm gonna have to pay that maintenance fee myself because it's not sanctioned by my employer. So
How much is that one? Do you know?
I think it's every 3 years. I think it's like 180 maybe or something like that. I can't remember. Like
Yeah.
I have to figure it out. I think it's 180. It's either 120 or 180. But that's every three
Yeah.
years, as opposed to CISP is 125 every year.
Right. Right. That's actually like a deal compared to the CSP one.
Yeah.
But it's like I think we might have talked about this before, but it's like it's a combination of keeping your skills up, which I can understand, but also as these companies want to make money, they want to get their they want to get the worth
Yeah.
out of the make you like a recurring customer basically that they can charge you every couple of years
Yeah.
or year.
It's the same thing with my CCNA. Like I did that one at the beginning of this year because we talked about it. Like I had it, I thought it expired, but I had an extension because of COVID. So I jumped into it. It's easier just to pay them for the material to study than to
Mm-hmm.
do it on solo. Like it took me 3 weeks to re-up my CCNA for free. And now it's taking me probably a month or two to re-up my PMP for free.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
man, like
Right.
it's getting pricey. Like I'm
Yeah.
gonna need some like DHS has to hire me.
That's right. Yeah. DHS
So I can
money.
pay for this these annual maintenance fees, man. It's
Right.
getting up there. So like heads up to everybody out there. Like, yeah, these certs are cool, but be prepared to either pay the tax in time or the tax in money.
Mm.
That's what you're going to be paying, or
Yeah.
both.
Yeah. That's true. And I was gonna throw this out too that so I know you mentioned like some of the Azure stuff and Microsoft certifications and I know certification is probably not, it's obviously not on the same level as a CISP or a PMP, but the Microsoft program, they do when you get certified, you get get certified in that field or whatever it is, the Azure, expert or admin, whatever certification. And then they make you test. Now they have a new program where you test yearly, but there's no fee, but you freely can test. Yeah, for sure. You test to kind of prove that, show that you still know the material.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
you just go online and you can test. It's all like kind of open book quiz, basically. You go in there, you test,
Oh,
and
okay.
if you pass it, you're good. You get re up for the next year. If you
Right.
fail it, then you can actually retry it as pretty much as much as you want before it comes up. It'll give you like, I mean, after you fail it, like maybe like 2 or 3 times like 3 times in a row or whatever. Like you have to wait like a longer period, something like that.
Oh, so
Like
it's like a
they may
cool
make you wait,
down.
yeah, like a cool down. You got to wait for like a week or two to test out again. But I had to do that for one of my certifications like a little while back, maybe 6 months ago.
Okay.
But it wasn't too bad. Actually, I mean, I failed it actually a couple times, but then I was finally able to get it knocked because it was kind of some tricksy questions, but you definitely can't like, it's not like you can just look up the questions or something like that. You're not gonna be able to like,
Right.
even though it's open book, it's not gonna be so simple that you can just like, oh, what is the button on the left hand corner of the screen? Like you can find that like,
Right. Right.
super simple. But uh it's pretty
No, I
cool. I
think
think that
that's
I
yeah.
like the format.
I was gonna say that's more user friendly. I'd rather do it
Hmm.
that way. But I have a thing where I just don't like open book tests because they are tricky. Like
Hmm.
because
Yeah.
they're gonna use double negatives or they're gonna
Hmm.
uh, find something that's so intricate and so tucked away in the book. I'm just like,
Right.
I hate
Yeah.
it.
That's pretty much
But
how
at
it
the
is
same
too.
time, I don't want to pay. So
Yeah. It's like, yeah, it's a kind of you know, a win-win, I guess, or like it's a double-edged
yeah.
sword, but or what do you want to say it? But
Yeah,
yeah.
so I hope to take the Azure before I go on vacation. I hope to take the Azure Fundamentals. I was talking to Jarvis on, or I will be. Let me think. I recorded already, but it won't be out till Thursday, and this is the Friday episode. So we're going through time here.
Yeah.
Um, so if you tune into Thursdays, I kind of talked to him about it. I definitely see as I go through the fundamentals, where if you don't have a foundation in basic networking and security principles, you can't just jump right in the cloud. So even though it's a fundamental cert, I'm like, I don't know if people feel comfortable just jumping right into this because you have to have like, because it's so abstract, right? Because it's not on premise. Like I can't touch the cloud per se unless I'm an engineer in the back somewhere in a data center.
Right.
Um, so I'm just like, I already had a respect for cloud, but now I see it's definitely not entry level. For my opinion, like yes, you could possibly pass it, but you wouldn't understand the material we've covered unless you had a
Mhm.
good foundation in the
Yeah.
basics before you jumped into it. So I like it. I'm
Hmm.
not dedicating as much time as I hope to it because I'm doing too much. Like the Thursday episodes taking some time out of my schedule, which is good. I like them. I like talking to people and whatnot, but these are all recorded for those who watch regularly, we wear the same shirts because we're recording the same day. And then I edited them up and I pushed them out throughout the week. But that one is on other people's schedules. So I was able to do that one before we recorded this week's episodes, but it's not always like that. Sometimes it's in the middle of the week, so it kind of throws my schedule off a little bit. And I've been taking this entrepreneur boot camp called Boots to Business. It's kicking my butt, not because it's hard, but because time zone. So it was supposed to be 10 to 11 my time because it's like 2 to 3 Central Time. Time changed for them. It did not change for me. So now it's 11 to 12 for me after a full day's work. So,
right.
I mean, they're crashing. It's like trying to stay awake.
Yeah.
But just interested to see what it would look like if I wanted to work for myself. So, but if you're an employer watching, I do want to work for you. I'm just curious what it would look like to work for myself. So I'm going through that for the next 6 weeks.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you're going through that. That sounds like a very worthwhile program.
Yeah, it'll definitely teach me if I do or don't want to do this. So
yeah. It's like it takes a lot of I think it takes a lot of courage and stuff like that to start your own business or start your own company. You got to invest time and money, and then try to get something out of it. Even doing this podcast is kind of like a small business, so to speak. Kind of coming from the ground up. You got to invest your time and money into it. Get your fancy new microphone and everything like that. Get your studio.
Yeah. this was so Shannon hit me up with the mic. This was a present.
Nice.
So I keep it bare bones,
nice.
right? He hit me up with the mic. I bought a laptop. Somebody gifted me the camera I usually use. I'm not using it today because I always feel like I'm far away in these. But this guy right here, basic Logitech or whatever. But definitely comes in handy. That was gifted to me by another person who has his own small business working on a podcast.
Nice.
I keep it simple. It's not a huge mixing board here. I'm not making beats in the studio.
That's right. No, that's good though. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, definitely let me know how that turns out. Maybe let the audience know how your entrepreneur.
When I get done with it, I'll definitely break it down. But I'm looking forward to this long weekend coming up for the holiday. I'm tired.
Right. Yeah, I forgot about that. It's coming up. Yeah, I'm taking some time off of work next week to enjoy the holidays, hang out with the family. Obviously, Thanksgiving is next week. Well, I guess this might be airing during Thanksgiving, huh? So it should be Thanksgiving, right now, maybe, or Friday.
The day. This will be the day after. This is Black Friday.
Yeah, Black Friday. Right.
There's people out there listen to the podcast while you run these streets, get punched in the face for TV.
That's right.
Thank you. I wait till Cyber Monday. If I can't buy it online, I'm not going to the store.
That's right.
So I lie. I do go, but I don't go when the doors open. I go later just to see what they had.
Yeah.
Out of curiosity, okay, there's some TVs and what have you.
Yeah.
But I'm not trying to the doorbuster. Nah, man, that's a fight.
I remember I worked at Best Buy back in the heyday, and I remember we had some Black Friday deals, and I remember us rolling out DVD players and things of that nature. And at the time though, I remember thinking they were super cheap, but they were cheap like DVD players at the time. I was like, man, these are probably worth how much they actually selling for, even though they're people snag them up oh man, it's a deal, it's half off or whatever, but it's that's probably what it's probably really supposed to be. That's the original price tag or what it should be, but they mark it up it's it's really high end or something, but people go crazy. I remember opening up the doors and people run inside grabbing stuff and pushing each other out the way just to grab some some cheap product that
this is really not worth it, man. People are wild.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever gotten anything on Black Friday where I just this was worth it. Never.
Right.
So that's why I'm interested in the control. So back to the controller. So
yeah.
So when I was looking up for it's the Xbox Elite Series 2. When I was looking it up, I was like, it's 140. That's twice as much as a normal controller, plus a little bit.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that those are Black Friday sales that people are advertising it. It actually costs $180. It's $179.99 for a controller.
Oh damn! I forgot how much. Yeah,
it's almost $200.
Yeah,
So
Oh
I'm
boy.
like, do I want it just because it's a little bit closer to realistic? But it's still,
Yeah.
I was like, I'm so cheap.
So cheap.
I'm so cheap.
Wait,
I'm just like, but would I enjoy it more? Like, would I
yeah,
enjoy it more? You got one?
would you enjoy this one? You would
Oh man, like
one
you
of
see the
these
back
bad
with the
boys.
paddles?
Yeah, with the panels, let's
That's
put two
right
on there.
there, man. Them paddles.
That was me killing you on Halo earlier. It's like, let me get him
it,
real quick. Clack, 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 clack.
it changes everything, man. Not having to take your finger off the look. I'm
It's
just
true.
like, will I
It's definitely an
enjoy the
advantage.
game that
Yeah.
much more if I spend $140? I don't know if it's $140 worth of
Mm.
enjoyment. I just
Yeah.
honestly don't.
Yeah. It's yeah, it's a question. I don't know if it's really like, I think it's really made for people that are like a little bit more competitive in the PvP
Right.
type. I mean, PvP first person shooters. I don't really use it for anything else besides like a PvP game, like as far as like the
Right.
paddles and everything like that. Like it's really just made for those competition type scenarios.
Yeah.
I play a lot of Destiny, which is I play a lot of PvP in Destiny, which is it's all first person shoot, all jumping around, and
Yeah.
um, so it's like it really comes in handy for that, as well as like the B button for Destiny and for Halo is like for crouching, which is another kind of cool thing to do while you're still like aiming. You can crouch or you can slide.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, that changes everything, man. When you just don't
yeah,
have to take your finger off the sticks.
right, right. So
But
it's like
will I get I don't want just one more
get your money's
kill.
worth.
I
Yeah.
want 5 to 10 more kills. Like can we guarantee this?
Right, right. Yeah, it's like it takes getting used to. I know people that have gotten them before and they're like, oh, I don't even like using the paddle. People don't really want to use them after a while. They're like,
Yeah.
but I think once you dedicate time to getting used to the feel of it, then your game will elevate. Um, and I think it's like you said, it's expensive. It's an investment, and it depends on how much you're going to use it. I've used the hell out of
Right.
mine, but I can see people if you casually play like PvP first person shooters, then you may not enjoy it as much. But if you're going to play those games on a regular basis, I definitely recommend it. 'Cause you're going to be
Right.
like
Right.
you're going to definitely edge out the competition a little bit. Listen, yeah, at the very least, other people that don't have them, you're going to be
Yeah.
schooling them pretty good, I think.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, I'm not trying to win tournaments anymore. Like I'm just trying to have
Right.
fun.
Hmm.
If this is gonna be my multiplayer game of choice, which probably will be, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Um, I probably will get back into playing Halo. Because it goes the same thing. So like I work in a work center where Smash, like Ultimate Smash, is like the thing. Like that's what they play on their lunch break.
Yeah.
They boot it up on the break room TV and they go at it.
Hmm.
But I'm using Pro. Like first off, I don't play it enough, so I'm not that great. I've won a couple matches, but not because I'm skilled.
Yeah.
But they use the old school GameCube controllers with the adapter. Like they're
Mm.
serious. Like they're not
Oh,
playing
damn.
around here. Like
Yeah.
I think on base we currently have like the European League, like Grandmaster or whatever. Like this
Mm.
dude is like he's the Pokemon trainer at the gym that you have to face off of.
Yeah. Yep. He's a champion.
But I'm like, do I want to do I want to invest in this controller just to play around and not be, great? Like
Right.
just to have fun. Eh.
Mm. Mm.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That's
Right.
buying all these accessories to not be professional is kind of like, I don't know if it's worth it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely an investment, like you said. Um, but yeah, I wonder about that too. I think yeah, I think it all depends on your play style and like your uh, I don't know the amount of time that you dedicate to playing those type of games.
Right.
And I think it's if you play a lot, I think it's worth it. If you're not playing that much, like you're going to be playing it like casually, and then you're going to switch back over to like uh, I don't know, some Ratchet and Clank, or you can be playing on
Right.
PS4, PS5 rather. It may not be worth it, but I play 90% of the time on my Xbox, and if I'm not playing like Yakuza or something like that, I'm playing some sort of first person shooter like Destiny. I normally just like hop in because it's kind of one of those games you can just hop in. You don't have to like worry about. It's not like a beginning and end type game. You just like play
Right.
some PvP, just shoot some people, and then you turn off the system, and then you might go back the next day and play some more. But yeah, I think it's all dependent on your how much time you dedicate to it. But it sounds like you might be edging towards it. if especially if you're going to be getting
Man,
into Halo
yeah, because
multiplayer
if I'm gonna
more.
get it, I have to get it while it's still on sale. It's no way I'm
Yeah,
spending $180 on a controller. Not gonna happen. So I may have to strike while the deal is in place. So
yeah. They ship them overseas too, from
no,
like
I would
where.
ship it to the house and grab it during while I'm on
Oh,
holiday.
that's right. That's right. I forgot you had that
Yeah,
holiday coming up.
yeah. While I'm on
Yeah,
holiday, as they say, I will go grab
right.
it then. So maybe I'm thinking about it, but I definitely I'm going to look for the Game Pass for $1. Like remember you used to have the Game Pass for a
Oh
dollar
yeah.
deal. I'm
Hmm.
gonna look for that because I may jump on that for myself and then have
Yeah,
a Rai security guy gamer tag or something like that.
yeah.
I'll be uniform across all platforms.
That's right. Yeah, keep it simple.
So, but yeah, I'll look into that today. So go work out, go for a run, and then look for Game Pass for $1.
Hmm.
That's
Right.
while these videos are processing.
That's right. That's right. That's how you do it.
Yeah,
Um,
but that's pretty much gonna be my week, man. So I will. Well, no, I won't talk to you before the holiday. So definitely enjoy your Thanksgiving.
oh yeah,
Uh,
you too.
all family time and what have you. Definitely get it in. Get a nice break
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
between.
you as well. Because you'll be home for the holiday or
Not
not
for
yet?
Thanksgiving, for
Not for
Christmas,
Thanksgiving. Oh, for
Christmas and New
Christmas. Okay.
Year's.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah,
All right. But yeah, yeah. You enjoy your holiday break while you're you know, in the desert or in the yeah. But yeah. Hopefully you get a chance to like maybe you can do some Zoom with the family or something like that and
oh
do
yeah,
like a
yeah,
virtual like Thanksgiving gathering with the family. I think it'd be nice. But yeah, me and the wife are just gonna be chilling here. We're just doing a kind of stay at home Thanksgiving. No relatives coming over this time, but I'm gonna hang out with moms for Christmas. Uh, but
okay,
it's gonna be us. We actually got some food from a local restaurant out here. Local,
okay,
yeah, kind of like I say like I would say like a mom and pop shop, but they seem like they're doing pretty well. It's kind of like a maybe a higher end uh, local spot out here. But we ordered some Thanksgiving meal, a nice like spread, so we don't have to really cook because we're being lazy this year, and
that's
we're just
what's
gonna
up.
chill at home. So it should be good. It should be a fun, relaxing Thanksgiving, and then check out what Black Friday and Cyber Monday have to offer. See if we can get some deals on something. I still need to do my
Yeah,
Christmas shopping too.
good to take those martial arts skills to
Yeah, that's right.
to the local Best Buy.
That's right. Get your hands off my TV and my DVD player, my Blu-ray disc. Yeah,
Right. But okay. Well, yeah.
yeah,
So I guess I'll go ahead and land this plane. It's always
yeah,
a good time. I appreciate having you on the show.
yeah.
Hopefully next week we'll have Shannon back on. For those who are listening, thank you for continues to listen to us. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your time with your family. If you celebrate Thanksgiving, that is. Just enjoy time off in general. Things are slowing down, which is always great. Um, Hit up the show Monday through Friday. Every Thursday we have that Ask Us SP episode. Hit up the website www.theothersideofthefirewall.com so you get to our social medias, which I'm starting to update a lot more. You can hit me up personally. I'm at RyRy Security Guy. That's RYRY Security Guy. I'm on LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, and Clubhouse. And you, LeVon?
Hit me up on the Twitters at LeVon Maynard.
There it is. Stay safe, stay secure.
Take care.